Welcome back to Breeding Frogs, Hatching Tadpoles, and Raising Tadpoles, Process and Tutorial. And like that, they've already started hatching. It appears that it's been about a week or so. I can't give you the exact measurement since I was gone the weekend they hatched, but it seemed like maybe within 24 hours when I got back they've hatched at most, so, about a week or so. As I look around, I'm noticing there's quite a few tadpoles still within their eggs, so they're definitely only just now starting to hatch, so we'll get a lot more pretty soon. It's time for them to eat, but what are they going to eat? We're going to go ahead and give them some fish flakes. Now, it's important to note that fish flakes aren't exactly healthy for them, so this should never be their main food source. I learned this the hard way last year when I only had like 3 or 4 turned into actual frogs. The rest had died, and I didn't have that many to start out with, but still. Of course, we're going to go ahead and crush up the fish flakes here so then they can actually eat it, since they're very small and they probably only eat a little bit of it anyways. As for the main food source, you're going to have to make sure you do research on the species you're doing and see what they basically eat in the wild. For these guys, it's algae, bugs, mosquito larvae, stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and add this pond water here, which has little bits of algae and bugs in it and whatnot, which should be a pretty good main food source right now. Though I didn't put too much in here because I don't want the algae to start growing everywhere and just become out of control. Although I wouldn't mind a little bit of algae growth just so they can have something to continuously eat, but, I don't know, we'll see. It's been a couple days, and as you can see, some of the tadpoles are getting quite big. There's also a lot more tadpoles. I guess there was a lot of hidden eggs I didn't know about, and they hatched. So, yeah, I guess we got a whole army of them. I guess I kind of underestimated how many eggs this frog can lay, so I guess I'd probably say maybe 200 to 400 of them are in here, which is a lot more than I thought. Although with this many more, we're going to have to feed him quite a bit more food. I mean, there are still quite a bit of fish flakes at the bottom, though, so we're good right now. There are a lot more tadpoles over there as well, I see. They're just kind of everywhere. There's also quite a few eggs that just never even developed tadpoles, so if they had, we would have had so many more, maybe even 500, which is a lot. At first, especially when they're really small, they don't really move around all that much, but as they get bigger, develop more muscles, just get stronger, you can start seeing them swim around more. Oh, wow, there's a lot more tadpoles than there were before. What the hell? There's so many of them. I don't think there's still eggs hatching or anything. I think they're just moving over here because, for whatever reason, maybe there's more food over here for them, or they just like it more. There are some real big ones and some real small ones. It seems like some are still hatching surprisingly. Here's some footage of them just swimming around. They've gotten to the size to where they can pretty much just float around now instead of having to attach to the wall or floor. They seem to like being in corners for some reason though. And with that, we're out of time, but in the next episode, we'll be going over water changes as it's starting to get pretty icky in here. Anyways, though, that's it. Goodbye.